How's it going, guys? So, pretty much out here, working on the Cmaxx again. As you guys know, we are on, this will be video 3 of the series, if you will. Um, Pretty much after, I had the video made of right after I got the box built, showing you guys how I did it. As you guys know from the last video, got deleted and stuff, so the last video was kind of explaining how we did it and stuff. You guys saw the second skin detonator was getting installed and stuff like that. So in this video, we're gonna pretty much go over pretty much the rest of the second skin. We will be going over some wiring, stuff like that. So I also got the mids and high enclosure screwed back up underneath, bolted back to the frame. So that's back up underneath like it was. It's a lot lower than it was before, but shouldn't cause that big of an issue. I had zero problems at all the way it is, or the way it was. It was about 6 inches higher before, so no water problems at all. Yeah, so I'm not really worried about it. If I do have some problems, I will put them in the rear deck, which I plan on doing some pretty crazy things in the rear deck eventually, but trying to wait on all that until I get all this figured out. But the rear hatch will be getting some pretty big stunt wall, if you will, mids eventually, probably way down the road. But so basically we'll show you the Cmaxx, and I got some wiring done and stuff like that. So I was going to do a time lapse of doing all this, but as you guys can see, literally I'm standing right where I work and there's just no real room. So let's get into this. Get this out of the way. So pretty much this is what we're looking like. So we got 360 amp hour Cmaxx literally underneath the car. So all the weight is literally right on the frame, so I'm not worried about literally nothing about this at all. Everything's watertight. Inside super detoned, like really well. Inside and outside is detoned as well. I'll show you guys that. Also filled all the gaps underneath with silicone and all kinds of stuff. I'll show you guys that in a few minutes. So basically, since you guys have seen it, nothing was in here. So the plan before, as you guys can see, we got some CA glue and stuff on the plexi. I might replace the plexi at a later date, but right now I'm not too worried about it. The ground wires are going to be swooping up and covering a lot of it, and I might put a decal there as well. So I originally had the fuse block glued to that, and the wires just came out, and then they were going to swoop out from here up. But with all the ground swooping up right there as well, I just didn't want it to be super busy right there. So mounted it on the back wall. I think it turned out a lot better. Opened up the Cmaxx so you can see everything. Went ahead, obviously these sub wires are just hanging out. I'm hoping I can just run these straight to the amps instead of running distros back here. But I got the fuse block coming off the alts hooked up. Got the grounds coming off the alts hooked up. I got the 4 chassis grounds hooked up, which I might add a couple more grounds. Both sides there's 3 on top and then 1 more open spot on the bottom, so I could go 4 more there. And how many ever over here, don't know yet. Need to see how many inputs I need for amps. Already know though that doing dual inputs just isn't going to happen with the inputs I got on here and the fuse block. I'm probably going to see about having the dude that made this see if he can make some like extenders on each side. Don't know if I'm going to do all that, but I have only 2 extra wires over here, and then over here we got quite a bit. So pretty much I would like to add a couple more fuses so I can do dual inputs on all the amps, but if not, they'll go single inputs and then single inputs for now. I can always go back and add, and then just add the dual inputs. I have a shitload of them over there on the shelf, and I also have a couple of them still wired up on the grounds. So literally just like this, going into the amps. Each amp has dual inputs on them already, so I'd like to run dual inputs on the dual inputs. But that's pretty much where we're at there. Like I said, the sub leads I'm hoping can go straight into the amps, something like this. Not really sure how I'm going to do amps yet. I'm either going to mount 7 of them on the back wall and then have the second layer be 5 of them. Like I said, I'm not sure if I'll do that or if I'll just try to stack them up vertically like I had the SFBs somehow, which probably is going to be how I'm going to most likely be doing it. Something similar to that with the amps upright, simply because of wiring, but we will see. So I did kind of move these mids and high boxes a little bit, mess with them a little bit to give me a little more room. The RCA box up here, I pretty much took a couple of the old ones I had, pretty much took it all apart, made sure everything's good, soldered everything together, made it one big unit, CA glued it together, and yeah, so now we got 14 inputs out and 1 input in, so I need 12, so should be good. Have a couple spares, so I think that's pretty decent in here for what we got so far. So one more shot of this real quick, and underneath I'll show you guys a little bit of this. So as I was saying, the speaker box, I still need to go through, put a coat of paint on everything, but as you can see, the hitch, and then directly under the hitch we have the mids and highs. So let me see if I can get in here a little bit. We have 3 6.5s and 3 more 6.5s, Fatal Pros, and then in the middle we got 2 massive PRV horns. I don't remember the model, but they are absolutely huge. Literally the box is built up right to there basically, so the whole, I think I want to say it's 9 or 10 inches. Actually it's more than that, it's probably like 11 inches, but the horns are literally like touching the back of the box almost. So you can see how much it's hanging down now. It's not hanging down further than the diff or anything like that, so I'm not worried about this at all, really. You can see the Cmaxx box a little bit. I got it all dented. You can see some of the silicone over there drying, but yeah, I'm gonna go back, do a little bit of deadener and a little bit more silicone and paint everything up. It's not gonna look super good, but I want to make sure that it's not going to leak at all. I'll try to get a front view here, so get around all this. So basically it just goes up, and up top it looks super rough right now. Like I said, that's the first coat of silicone, so I will be doing at least one more good coat, just smearing it everywhere, all the gaps. I'm just going crazy with silicone, so it is watertight 100%. Don't want to chance that at all, so that's where we're at. Next video it should be 100% done in terms of the Cmaxx build, you know, like building it underneath. I just got wiring, figure out amps, and obviously paint and silicone everything up real good, a little bit more. So I think that's pretty good. Let me make sure I'm not forgetting anything. I think that's it. Like I said, the amp setup, not 100%, but most likely vertical. Got to fit 12 amps back here, so if you guys got any suggestions, leave them in the comments. I don't have room for all 12 on the wall. I can obviously fit 7 of them across, and then build it out, and then do the remainder of the 5 in front of that. Like I said, vertical, I could do them horizontally, but my grounds aren't super long, so doing them like that might be an issue. So I'm trying to figure out how to do it and keep the wiring I got, so I don't gotta buy a whole lot of wiring. If I have to buy some, it is what it is. But that's pretty much where we're at, guys. So if you're liking the content, please leave a like and comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Share with your buddies. It really helps out, keeps me motivated to keep coming out here and doing stuff to this thing, trying to get it ready for the season. The way it's looking, season's coming up here in like literally a month or so will be the first show. So the way it's looking, I'll probably have it all finished other than amps. So if I can get my new amps in time, I will figure out an amp rack and get them in. If not, I might honestly put 2 of the 17Ks, just slap them in here on the back wall and wire up all the subs back here. I do have all 12 subs back in it now, so I'll have to rewire some stuff, but it is what it is. That way I can at least have something playing. So appreciate it, guys, and have a good one.